Yesterday, I made this video reviewing the most expensive CS2 inventory I've ever seen, and the owner of the inventory is Crikey, who owns a lot of case hardens, including a lot of case hardened gloves. And you might be wondering, why does he have so many case hardened gloves? Like, they don't have any patterns in CSGO. They don't really, there's no difference between them. But in CS2, they actually do have patterns now. I don't know if it's intentionally added by Valve or not, but for the past few updates, they have stayed in the game and they haven't changed anything. So a lot of people are investing into these, and Crikey and his friends have made a guide about these gloves. So yeah, shout out to Kaz, Punk, and Crikey himself for making this. And yeah, I'm basically going to be going through these gloves and informing you about the patterns that are the best, that potentially get some overpay. And maybe if you have unboxed these gloves recently, or maybe you own them, or maybe you're just trying to look for some on the market and you accidentally snipe like a good pair, yeah, don't just sell them for market price, because they could be worth a lot of money. And I'm gonna show you how much you can actually get for some of these pairs, because some of them have been selling for crazy amount of money, even though it's not confirmed that they're gonna stay in CS2. So people are like already investing into this, and also making profit of just sniping things off market from people that are clueless about this. So yeah, that's again the reason why I want to inform some of you potentially. And fundamentals, as you already know, just for like the AKs and regular knives and everything else, there's percentage blue, there's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 blue gems, and also blaze gems, gold gems, and you know, the regular stuff, right? And the same applies for these gloves as well. Yeah, here you can see all the paint seeds and you know, all the other stuff. And again, I will be linking this guide in the description below, so if you want to check it out yourself, feel free. But yeah, what to look for in your gloves. So basically, for every single glove, there is a part which is visible in game and which is not visible. And in this case here, green is visible in game, so like the whole left side is basically visible, and on the right hand, the top part is sadly not visible, but yeah, there's still a lot to be seen. On the palm side, blue is visible in inspect, so when you're like inspecting either your AK or knife, these are the parts that you can see. So yeah, that's for your information. Anyways, so when you're holding down the pistol, these are again the parts that you can see. Like, this is insane, man. Like, if you get like a full tier 1 blue gem pattern for these gloves, it's wonderful, dude. It's actually beautiful, man, especially in CS2 when everything is like way more shiny as well. It's really like standing out extremely nicely. And yeah, this is how it looks in palms. So for example, again, when you're holding an AK, you can see this part, and when you're holding it regularly, you can just see this little part. So imagine mixing this up with like an AK case harden. This would look absolutely insane in my opinion. But yeah, now heading to the actual patterns, the tiers, right? Before we get into the patterns, let's talk about the prices. So here are some notable recent blue gem tier 1 sales. So the number 1 pattern is the 310 and the 829. They're pretty similar. So there's you know, for now, these are the best patterns that these fellas have decided that look the best, and I mean, completely agree with them. We're gonna check them out a little later. But yeah, the 310 minimal wear gloves have sold for $5,000. Like, that is insane. Like, nothing is confirmed. There's like, we don't know that they're gonna be in CS2, right? And just so you know how ridiculous this is, regular pair of gloves on market currently, like minimal wear ones, are selling for 145 euros for the number 1 pattern. Like, that is ridiculous. And obviously, like, field tested 73. Like, these gloves are extremely cheap. This is why the title says that this can make a lot of money, because if you're just sniping Steam market, dude, you can get extremely lucky and just pick these up for market value and sell them for way more money. Even if they're not tier 1s, they could be tier 2, tier 3. Those ones also sell for a lot of money. And again, you can find these gloves in clutch case and revolution case. So clutch case used to be one of the most open cases in CSGO at one point. I'm not sure if it still is, but you know, they still get open every single day. And the revolution, obviously the newest case, it's dropping a lot in game as well, so a lot of people are opening this case as well, and a lot of people are most likely unboxing these gloves too. So a lot of clueless people opening these gives a chance for you to potentially snipe them off the market and make some nice money off it. Or if you unbox them yourself, then this guide is gonna help you and tell you how much they're actually worth. So it's like a win-win for any of you who are watching right now. There's been like another 310 sold for 4.2k. That was literally 4 days ago. Like, this is extremely recent. More of them sold for 2.2k, 1.3, 1000 for field tested versions, and then the other tier 1 pattern sold for 2k in field tested, 2.9k for field tested. Like, these prices are ridiculous, man. And this was 3 days ago. One of them sold for 4.2k. Field tested pair, 72 euros. So again, like, some people are investing into this heavily. This is a massive gamble because, again, it's not confirmed that they're going to be in CS2. But hey, if they do add it in CS2, it might pay off, dude. It might pay off. But then again, I'm not sure if it would be worth much more than like 5 to 4k. Like, I can see it maybe going to like 10k, but like, it's still like kind of like cheap glove. The glove finish itself, like Hydro gloves, they're not the most sought after gloves, right? Most people just go for the sports gloves or stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, pretty ridiculous, man. If you're looking to invest into them, I would probably not suggest to buy them at this price. That is like extremely risky. But again, if you can pick them up for cheap, that's very good. Yeah, this is how they look, man. This is the actual #1 pattern for these gloves, the 310. Looking pretty insane. You know, they're blue all around the place. And this is the other pattern, the also #1 pattern, but I guess it's slightly worse because there's like lower sales for this, even though I kind of prefer this one, honestly. It's like more, it's clearer blue on the bottom. And here in the palms, you can also see there's not as much blue as on the other ones. Like here, there's all okay, so this is the #1 pattern because of the palms, probably. Yeah, fair enough for that. Yeah, there's the #2. You know, this one's like slightly missing some parts here of the blue. #3, again, missing little itty bitty parts, right? Yeah, you can basically scroll here through like tier 1s, tier 2s. Yeah, here were tier 2s. Again, if you thought that only tier 1s get crazy overpaid, tier 2s also get crazy overpaid. Like, look at this. Like, pattern 28 has been sold for 930 3 days ago, very recently. And this is how they look. You know, they look pretty clean as well, honestly. But yeah, you can scroll here forever. These guys have put a lot of work into this guide. You know, they spent a lot of time. So hey, man, go show some love to them. Go check the guide out. Go like drop a little award, man, like this. I don't know, just like a point award or something like that. Yeah, again, you can scroll forever here. Here's the tier 3 patterns, also still looking kind of nice, have a lot of blue on them. And then we go down to like tier 4, and these are starting to look a little bit more class. And these are probably like I would assume market value gloves that don't really matter, right? Like, you're not really gonna get any overpay for these bad boys right here. But yeah, then we jump into Blaze gems. So this is how the Blaze gems are looking like. Personally, I don't think they look too nice. They don't look too Blaze pattern-ish to me. They just look like kind of clapped blue gems. They don't really have that Blaze effect that like the AKs and the knives have. But yeah, hey man, you can probably still get a little overpay for these too. And then obviously we have gold gems too. Gold gems, personally, I think this is very cool if you get like a full gold gem pattern where you don't see a single bit of blue. And here's the most fun part, the most enjoyable part, the in-game screenshots, how they actually look in-game. Here's the #1 pattern match with the survival slaughter. It's a little shitty quality, but there's gonna be slightly better screenshots when we scroll down a little bit. Yeah, here's the tier 2 pattern mixed with a nice stiletto blue gem, also looking pretty sweet with the A gem with the watch too, very cool. Here's the tier 1 gloves again, the #1s with the nice little skelly. There's some more with the M9. I think this looks absolutely amazing, man, because it's just so good, man. Like, these little bolts in the snakes, you know, they're gold, and they match the little missing parts of blue on the knives as well, and it's like a perfect match. I don't know, it's just wonderful, man. Like, this should have been a thing in CSGO for a long time already. I don't know why Valve slept on this, but yeah, I really hope they leave this in CS2. Like, here's the karambits as well, looking amazing. Here's one with the butterfly, also looking very cool. One with the talon, also very cool. And yeah, hey man, that's the little insight on the Hydra gloves case hardened that have completely changed in CS2, and they have changed the market as well, because you can see they're selling for a lot of money if you have the good patterns. So yeah, shout out to all these guys. You can check them out on Twitter. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on these gloves. What do you think? Are they gonna stay in CS2, or they're gonna remove it and make it back to the boring ones that we have in CSGO right now? And hope I gave some nice insight on these bad boys here, man.